Well, 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 and welcome to another day in the United States of fuck this place, honey. And fuck that dude, too. He has no clue what the fuck he's doing. But you know who's faring very well as of late? Russia, that's who. He removed their sanctions on their oil. Countries all across the East are buying up Russian oil today to subsidize what they've lost from Daddy Dumpy Pants and his war plays. But it looks like financially, Russia will be fabulous, thanks to Orange Daddy. Aboard Oil Force One, the pedo-in-chief on Sunday night said he has no problem with a Russian oil tanker off the coast of Cuba delivering relief to the island, which has been brought to its knees by a U.S. oil blockade. We have a tanker out there. We don't mind having somebody get a boatload because they have to survive, the pedo told reporters as he flew back to Washington. When asked if a New York Times report that the tanker would be allowed to reach Cuba was true, he said, "I told them, if a country wants to send some oil into Cuba right now, I have no problem whether it's Russia or not." So while you can't afford to fill up your gas tank today to get you back and forth to work, and while the cost of your goods is rising exponentially on the shelves, baby, and while your mortgage rates are jumping too, Russia's going to be fine. They're going to be able to pad their coffers with all this new money. He removed the sanctions from Russian oil, and the Eastern Hemisphere has been buying it up because of the despair over the Iranian war that was caused by the Orange Whore. Yeah, Russia's making out like a bandit today. He's even going to allow them to give oil to Cuba. You know, to fix a problem he made. And he's taken to his not-so-truths this morning once again to issue threats to Iran. And let's talk about these threats, friend, because this just goes to prove that he don't have a fucking clue what he's doing, or maybe he does, and I'll get to that part. He's threatening to blow away the distillation plants inside of Iran. Now, if you don't know what a distillation plant does, is it takes salt water and turns it into drinking water. Everything that we have done, every attack we've made, Iran has countered that attack equally. We hit a university inside of Iran, they hit universities, American universities in the Middle East. U.S. and Israeli forces hit power plant installations inside of Iran. Iran attacks back and hits power plant installations in the Middle East. So he's threatening now to hit Iran's distillation plant. So that means they're going to hit distillation plants all in the Middle East. You know who's going to be hurt by this? Not Iran. But Daddy Dumpy Pants' so-called allies in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Iraq. You know what happens when when Iran hits their distillation plants? The population thirsts to death. In Iran, they only use 1% of that water that comes from the distillation plant. That's it. They have plenty of clean drinking water without distilling salt water. You know who doesn't? You know who relies heavily on their distillation plants? Qatar, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. Israel is committing genocide war crimes still to this day in Gaza. Now he's doing it in Lebanon, and he intends on doing it in Yemen too. He's already started pushing over. He's displaced over 1 million Lebanese families have been displaced by Dudu Netanyahu. So while Netanyahu is committing genocide plays and trying to literally do land grabs in the Middle East, in Yemen, in Lebanon too, the orange fool is threatening Iran. They're clapping back and destabilizing more of the Middle East. You can't afford gasoline. Russia's doing great today. China's fucking okay. The White House is in a meme war with Iran that I will not be engaging in anymore. These little meme videos coming out of Iran and the White House too, as if war is some kind of game or some kind of joke. Children are dying. Children are starving. Children are buried under rubble. It's not a joke. It's not a meme. I'm tired of people making light of the situation of children dying. He keeps telling you that there's new leadership that's going to be in Iran soon. No, there's not. They want to reinstall the Shah from the royal family who abandoned Iran back in the 80s. And by the way, he's the self-declared Shah. After his father died, he declared himself to be king of Iran. That's a discussion for another day. Anyway, he has no hopes of getting the Shah in Iran. That's a pipe dream that man has held on to, I'm talking about the Shah, since the 80s. And he has yet to get any closer to the throne. And by the way, the current regime in Iran is a religious regime. Replacing a religious regime with a monarchy isn't exactly the correct fucking thing. They're both bad regimes, and neither one of them believe in fucking democracy. But that's not what this video is about today, because as an American, it is none of my motherfucking business who or how another country runs. Not when mine is falling the fuck apart. Right? Not while mine is being controlled by religious ideology too, where my current government is passing laws based on their religious beliefs, on what I should do with my body, on what books I can fucking read, on what lessons can be taught to my children today. Right? So I ain't got no business telling somebody across the way that they can't run their country under religious ideology. Not when mine's doing it. That's not how it works, baby. It's Monday. It is Mind Your Goddamn Business Monday. And it's time for the US of A to mind our goddamn business. Because when your own house ain't in order, you can't go fix somebody else's. And it should be very clear to everybody here that our house is not in order, dear. It is not in order. But you see, Petey Keg's Breath and Daddy Dumpy Pants are okay with Arab children dying today. They were okay with Palestinian children dying. They're okay with Lebanese children dying. So just know, Saudi Arabia and Qatar, they're okay with your children dying too. Because Petey Keg's Breath believes death to all Muslims, baby. So they don't care. They don't care when they put those threats out there into the everywheres about blowing away desolation plants inside of Iran. They don't care that that's going to blow back on you and you're not going to have clean drinking water, boo. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. They're stupid as shit, honey. They believe everything Dudu Netanyahu has to say, and they get over here and they talk about being Christians here in the United States, dear. But yesterday was Palm Sunday, and in Israel, Dudu Netanyahu refused to let priests enter the basilica for Palm Sunday prayers. Did you hear that? Christians who simp for Israel on Palm Sunday. That Israeli Zionist said, you can't come out here and pray. Had the police remove cardinals and priests and refused to let them pray on Palm fucking Sunday. Because the only other religion on the planet who believes that Jesus Christ was a prophet sent by God is Islam. That's not your enemy, Christian. It's that Zionist Jew who on Palm Sunday told all of you, fuck you. I'll be back with more tea. I think I've ranted or raved